please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Here.
Councilmember Page? Councilmember Wassinger?
Here.
Councilmember O'Meara? Councilmember Dolan?
Here.
Councilmember O'Leary?
Here.
Councilmember Harder?
Here.
Councilmembers, we have a quorum.
I move to suspend the rules for the purpose of selecting a presiding officer for tonight's meeting due to the absence of Chairman O'Meara and Vice Chairman Page.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
I move that Councilman Pat Dolan be selected to serve as the presiding officer at tonight's council meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Well, we'll continue on with the order of business. Make a motion for the approval of the
Okay,
minutes.
I make a motion of approval of the minutes of the last council meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The October 11th journal was approved, 2016 journal is approved. We have no bid openings this evening, so we will move to communications.
Mr. Chair, there are no tax compromises and zoning matters this evening, so we'll move to road and bridge matters. Under road and bridge matters, item number 1, 6th District.
Receive and file.
So ordered.
Moving on to other communications, Mr. Chair, item number 1, all districts.
Receive and file, and that will be the order.
Item number 2,
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. Same motion for item number 3, and that will be the order.
item number 4,
Receive and file, and the reappointment be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries.
item number 5, 4th District.
Receive, file, and the change of owner be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries.
Item number 6, 6th District.
Receive, file, and change of owner be approved as requested.
Second.
Same motion through item number 10.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 11, 7th District.
Receive and file.
So ordered.
Item number 12,
Receive and file, and that will be the order.
item number 13,
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. Same motion for item number 14, and that will be the order.
item number 15, 7th District,
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
item number 16, 1st District,
Same motion.
So ordered.
item number 17, 2nd, 3rd, and 7th Districts,
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
item number 18,
Receive, file, and the appointment be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Are there any add-ons?
no, sir.
Okay, thank you.
There was one add-on.
It's not an add-on item.
That Bill?
Yes, it'll be read.
Okay, never mind.
County executive.
Nothing further?
Okay. We will not have a committee report tonight, so we move to public forum.
Mr. Chair, if we could just hold that committee report.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I move to hold the committee report from the Justice and Health Committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Now, public forum.
We have 3 speakers this evening, Mr. Chair.
Okay, when your name is called, if you please come forward and please state your name and address for the record, and Keep your comments to 3 minutes, please.
First speaker this evening is Amy Pelker.
Good evening. Amy Pelker, 3459 Marianne Court, St. Anne, Missouri. I just have a few things that I wanted to cover with you that I've learned while attending my meetings, your meetings. One, I have watched while corrections officers state their case before you for a raise because they haven't had one in 8 years. That's a long time, especially in this economy, and it makes one wonder how the rest of the employees feel. Two, if I were one of county's unincorporated residents, especially those in the Seven Pines area where the homes range between $200,000 and $500,000, I would be having a hissy fit about the asphalt sidewalks you have chosen to put in front of their homes, or just patch with asphalt when their concrete sidewalks need repair. And since the county code for sidewalks states they must be concrete, I find it difficult to understand why they are being fixed and replaced with asphalt. Three, I also believe, based on some investigation into it, just personal, that you should follow up on how the sewer laterals are being fixed. A resident in Seven Pines stated that they are pouring some type of liquid into a hole to fix it. This process is risky, as I am told. If overpoured, it can swell into the line and block it entirely, and is only a temporary fix till it cracks again. Since the taxpayers do pay a separate tax for this service and it cannot be spent on other things, you may need to advise them to fix it right the first time, so it can be good for another 25 to 50 years and will not need to waste labor dollars again and again. As a taxpayer, I expect my dollars to be used on infrastructure, safety, parks, economic development, and the employees that ensure these things are done correctly. I do not expect taxpayer dollars to be going to personal membership fees. You either care to join or you don't. 4, it is shameful on the council's part, minus Hazel, that none of you have attempted to sit down with the residents of North County to begin the healing process. I consider this part of your job as leaders of the communities. Throwing money at it cannot solve everything. You guys should be working as a team to build the county. 5, it should not take a political donation to get a councilman to finally show up at a municipal meeting. If the councilmen were engaged in the communities they serve and seek out a relationship with them, then we could accomplish a lot more together versus seeking to eliminate the lowest level of government to the people. This only serves the monetary needs of the county, which most obviously needs to be reviewed in more detail. 6, I must wonder, since the Westlake Landfill Emergency Plan presented is only an outline of what to do, what do the earthquake and tornado plans look like? And 7, last but not least, possibly to earn the people's trust again, you could take some of your council meetings on the road, say to libraries, school gyms, community centers, rotating within the 7 districts. This would let the communities know that you care to hear what they have to say, and at minimum, let them know that they don't have to pay for parking after 5 p.m. here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker is Susan Clark.
Good evening, council members. Susan Clark, 9836 Wild Deer Road, Ladue. I was reviewing the agenda for this evening and noticed the following item. A communication from County Executive Stinger requesting legislative action to enter into a contract with Securus Technologies for 1 year with 2-year optional renewal, stating that Securus will provide management and equipment for all calls and video visitation sessions by inmates at the St. Louis County Jail, and will pay a commission of 80.1% of the cost of these calls and video visitation to the county general fund, and provide inmates with state and federal law library. I understand the concept of concessions, making some money on services that are being provided to the county. 80.1% seems onerous, to say the least. This isn't a soda machine or a snack machine or any kind of vending machine that people can voluntarily choose to use. This is restricting and limiting communications of jailed citizens, and completely unfair to the poor in this community. I'd ask you to look at the contract. I'd ask you to consider whether an 80% commission is really how you want to raise the funds in this community. Personally, I find it offensive. And, well, we'll leave it at offensive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Last speaker this evening is Tom Sullivan.
Mr. Chairman, I'm again questioning the contract with Brown Smith Wallace for up to $132,000 to audit the county health department for compliance with HIPAA regulations. It has to be wondered why everything about this is being covered up by Dr. Faisal Khan, the county's health director. Why did only 7 firms respond to the request for proposals? How wide was the RFP distributed? Who was on the committee that selected Brown Smith Wallace? This is the 3rd audit contract with the firm since Steve Stinger has been county executive. Were things designed so that the firm would get the contract? Where did the not-to-exceed cost of $132,000 come from? There's no one connected to this contract I would trust. And this is another example of how this council continually fails to give scrutiny to proposals in which a considerable amount of tax dollars are involved. Until more is known about the proposed audit contract, it should not be approved. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Introduction of bills.
Bill number 249, introduced by Councilmember Dolan for Councilmember O'Meara, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to accept a grant of up to $50,000 from the Missouri Department of Economic Development, Division of Workforce Development, appropriating same for supportive and equal opportunity officer for the Department of Human Services, Division of Workforce Development, and authorizing the county executive to execute necessary contracts or other documents. Bill number 250, introduced by Councilmember Dolan for Councilmember O'Meara, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with CCG Systems Incorporated for fleet management software for the Department of Transportation. Bill number 251, introduced by Councilmember O'Leary, an ordinance providing for the vacation of the rights-of-way of 2 portions of Ventura Place Drive right-of-way. Bill number 252, introduced by Councilmember Dolan for Councilmember O'Meara, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Interior Systems Contracting Incorporated for build-out of the new Children's Service Fund offices. Bill number 253, introduced by Councilmember Dolan for Councilmember O'Meara, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Bi-State Development Agency doing business as Metro for construction and maintenance of non-standard improvements along county-maintained roadways and arterial roads. Mr. Chair, that is all the bills.
Thank you. Perfection of bills.
Bill number 242, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger for Councilmember Harder.
I move for perfect Bill number 242.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 242 is perfected.
Bill number 243, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I move to perfect Bill number 243.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 243 is perfected.
Number 244, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I move to perfect Bill number 244.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 244 is perfected.
Bill number 245, introduced by Councilmember Page.
I move to perfect Bill number 245.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 245 is perfected.
Bill number 246, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger.
I move to perfect Bill number 246.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 246 is perfected.
Bill number 247, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger.
I move to perfect Bill number 247.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 247 is perfected.
Bill number 248, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I move to perfect Bill number 248.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 248 is perfected. Final passage of bills.
Bill number 116, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
Please hold Bill number 116, and that will be the order.
Bill number 229, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Please hold Bill number 229, and that will be the order.
Bill number 237, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I move for final passage of Bill number 237.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby? Aye. Councilmember Page? Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara? Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 237, there are 5 ayes and 2 absent.
Bill number 237 is finally passed.
Bill number 238, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I move for final passage of Bill number 238.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby? Aye. Councilmember Page? Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara? Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 238, there are 5 ayes and 2 absent.
Bill number 238 is finally passed.
Bill number 239, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I move for final passage of Bill number 239.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby? Aye. Councilmember Page? Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara? Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 239, there are 5 ayes and 2 absent.
Bill number 239 is finally passed.
Bill number 240, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Move for final passage of Bill number 240.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby? Aye. Councilmember Page? Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara? Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 240, there are 5 ayes and 2 absent.
Bill number 240 is finally passed.
Bill number 241, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Move for final passage of Bill number 241.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Abstain.
Councilmember Page? Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara? Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Abstain.
Mr. Chair, on Bill number 241, there are 3 ayes, 2 absent, and 2 abstaining.
It's failed, I guess, would be the, Bill number 241 has failed. The resolutions,
We have 1 resolution this evening, Mr. Chair. Resolution number 1, introduced by Councilmember Dolan for Councilmember O'Meara.
hold on the order of business, please.
Moving on to unfinished business, Mr. Chair. Item number 1, 4th District.
Hold on the order of business, and that will be the order.
Item number 2.
Where am I at here? Hold on the order of business, and that will be the order.
And moving on to new business, Mr. Chair, we have 2 prepared orders this
Can I,
evening.
I'm sorry, I was on the resolution. I want, if you don't mind, I was going to go readdress that. I was going to move for the adoption of resolution number 1. Anybody second?
Second.
All, roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
What is it? I don't see it. Where's the resolution?
Resolution 1, it's for the election board, or the election.
Okay. Aye.
Councilmember Page? Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara? Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on resolution number 1, there are 5 ayes and 2 absent.
Resolution number 1 is adopted, sorry about that.
And, Mr. Chair, moving on to new business, we have 2 prepared orders this evening.
I move for adoptions of orders 1 and 2.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
I move we adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We are adjourned.